Hey guys, can you hear that rain and the thunder? I love storms. I love storms so much. It's supposed to rain like all tonight and like all day tomorrow. Totally about to go. I've been stitching and I'm totally about to go run like a bubble bath and lay and enjoy the storm and lay out some chicken to defrost for tomorrow that's going in the crock pot, so I don't have to do crap tomorrow either. Let me show you what I've been working on. Hold please. I may put in a few more stitches on this tonight, we'll see. But this is my antique animal sampler. I'm loving it. Yeah. Under. You guys have no idea. So I finished the owl today, stitched in the moon, working now on that little border that's coming in above the owl. I stitched in the flowers and that blue bird. Tomorrow something new. Tomorrow I'm starting Angelica by Lavender and Lace. I'm doing that as a stitch along with another lady. I'll share more about that tomorrow. Tonight, maybe a little bit more on this, we'll see. Bye guys. Good morning guys. It's a lovely Sunday morning here in our household. And I've started Angelica. I played with the idea once upon a time of turning her wings dark and making her a little creepier, but she is one of those charts where I just think she is beautiful just how she is. Look at that. Look at her. I'm doing her on this beautiful piece of dyed fabric from Die Stitch Love. It's a 32 count Belfast in the shade Olivia. Not only do I think that this is the perfect piece of fabric for this, I think it's going to be just stunning. But I also, it's my coffee maker. It's telling me if I want hot coffee, I should come and refill my cup now because it's not keeping it warm anymore. Anyway, I digress. Olivia B., one of my dear, dear stitchy friends, has already stitched her, and she was gorgeous. It's just, Olivia, frame her. If you haven't framed her yet, take her now, iron her, and take her to a framer. She's beautiful. She needs to be up in your home. But this fabric is called Olivia. So not only is it beautiful, but it will always remind me of her, and this piece will always remind me of her and my art history classes in college. Speaking of digressing, so when I was a senior in high school, we had the option of attending college classes at the high school and working towards our degree if we so chose to do that. They were going to bring in community college professors and have them teach there at the school. I said, oh, well then I should be able to go to the community college, right? And just not come to high school? And they were like, we've never done that before. And I was like, well, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing. So me and my best friend, that's what we did. We just skipped our senior year of high school. I didn't have any classes left to take and started college. So one of the classes that I took, and she was like, well, I'll take it with you because this sounds like fun. I don't really need it for what I'm pursuing, but she loved it. She took one semester with me. I took two. Was art history. I had this professor. I loved him. He was fantastic, but he had so much knowledge, but it was annoying because sometimes he would come to class. Like it was my first class of the day. It was like an 8 a.m. class. I had to drive there like 45 minutes. And he would just come in and write migraine on the board and walk out. And we were all like, we came a long way for this class. But anyway, I learned so much in his class. Wait, we have a visitor. Darn. Oh, see the heap of stuff on the table? Yeah, that's some new haul that I'm going to show later. But when I'm actually, my hair is fixed a little bit better. Anyway, so this reminds me of that. It reminds me of Dr. Mott. Enjoying my coffee this morning in my Mammoth Cave mug from mine and Jim's trip. Always reminds me of that with him. I don't have it up right now. I've got my my Maynia planning Excel spreadsheet up. But I was watching the newest video from Pip Stitch. I love him. You guys should totally go check him out. He is just a superb floss tuber. I love his accent. He makes me want to speak more eloquently. He is British. But outside of just his beautiful accent, I mean, he is a highly educated person and just, he makes me want to use the vocabulary that I have in my mind that I don't use every day because he uses it and he makes me want to sound more intelligent. So I've got my So Much to Love bag covering up where I've got the chart magneted to the top of this, but I will show you this. Judgmental Kitty has returned. And I'll tell you why. Not only is his shawl that he's wearing, his scarf around his neck, very reminiscent of the one that Angelica is wearing, but on top of that, he's like, seriously, Emily? You're stitching another angel? You know we're not religious. Why are you doing this? I mean, yeah, she's pretty. She's beautiful. But I'm passing judgment on you. Oh my gosh. Like, I could just stare at this picture of her, and this isn't even stitched with beads. So I know when I finish her, she's going to be an angel that goes up in my home. Or I could just call this done. But seriously, Olivia, frame her. Okay, I'll get off that soapbox. I am going to get back to stitching, and then I'll put on real clothes for the day and maybe film a little bit of haul for you guys. I already have dinner going in the crock pot because it's supposed to rain the rest of the day. It's not raining right now. I have one of Jim's favorites in there so that when he gets home later, he'll be super happy. I used to make him beef and broccoli in the crock pot constantly. All you have to do is Google take out, fake out beef and broccoli. And there is a recipe by this blogger that I love. Her blog is Table for Two. I'll link it down below. But it is such a good meal. We serve it over brown rice, and it's amazing. With that said, though, ever since Jim's heart surgery, we don't do beef and broccoli anymore. I have substituted the beef for chicken and the beef broth for an unsalted chicken broth. And we do low sodium soy sauce, and I cut corners wherever I can. But it's superb. It's so good. And it's so easy. You should go forth and try that recipe. Linking it down below. But alright guys, back to stitching. Let's see how far I can get on Angelica today. He is snoozing and purring. This is how much, shift my chart. This is how much I've gotten done so far today on Angelica. I'm going to keep stitching just a little while longer. And then there'll be, I'm sure, a picture after this of how far I got before I get back to work on it tomorrow. I'm not talking very loud, of course, because you don't want to wake the sleeping kitty. Although he's kind of awake. Night, guys. Why, hello there. It is May 23rd. Yep, I'm checking my date on my spreadsheet over here. You know, I hear a lot of people who are talking about in their videos, they're like, I'm so over Mania. I'm so over it. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to get back to my regular rotation. I think that's why starting something new every other day works really well for me, because I'm not over Mania yet. I'm not. Try to block the light in my photo back there. I'm not over it. I am enjoying every start. I'm enjoying my fabric choices. I'm enjoying the threads, the charts, and I think it's because of the 2 days. If I was having to mess with finding a place to start and getting organized every single day, I think I would be having more of an issue. But this is working really well for me, and I'm loving it. And I'm not feeling overwhelmed by any of it. So we're in a good spot. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to try to shove into this snippet, so we need to get started. Before you saw Antique Animal Sampler and how far I got on that. I knew I would like that piece, but I didn't know how much I would love that piece. And Vanna is the sweetest and shouted me out on Instagram and was talking about how she didn't realize how beautiful the piece was until I was working on it. And now I feel really bad because I went back to look to see if I could link people to where to find it, and it's not on 1, 2, 3 Stitch anymore. It's this chart that I've had. So if anybody like knows where to find it so I can let people know, and maybe 1, 2, 3 Stitch can still order it. I don't know. But then I started on Angelica, aka Olivia. I've just kind of started calling her Olivia because Olivia did her, and now I'm doing her on this piece of fabric called Olivia. So I'll show you how far I got on her in 2 days. You block that light with my head. Okay. I think it's turning out really well on this fabric, and this fabric it's called Olivia because it's kind of an olive green shade. So that you can see, fumbling around in this bag for the picture, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. And Judgmental Kitty is snarky about this because, well, he just is. I went in that in the previous clip, but he's like, this chick is trying to steal my fashion sense. Look at her with that scarfy thing swagged around her neck the same way I have mine. So judgy. So judgy. But anyway, so this is about to come out of the Q-snap, and I'm going to put something else new in. And that new thing is going to be another Elizabeth's needlework design. I've had this in stash. I've loved it for a while. I knew when I bought it I wasn't doing it in these colors. And I got bored at one point last night stitching green on Angelica and just started playing in threads, planning for today. So I have some of it figured out. But this is Antique Celtic Sampler, otherwise known as Here There Be Monsters. If you recognize this, it's because our own Stephanie, Lindy Stitches, just completed it not too long ago. I mean, how cool is that? Jim really likes this one too. I'm excited to do it. I have all of the colors out, and I'll figure out exactly what goes where, except for the color of this guy. I'm still kind of going back and forth on that. We'll see. I'll figure it out. I love how they have stitched him here where he's not striped. It looks like kind of a random fill-in like an order. See, check it out. When you get really close, he's kind of swirly with his variegation. We're going to work on that. I'm going to stitch this. I have this piece of 36 count chocolate milk hand dyed by Stephanie, and he will fit on half of this. So we're going to do that. You fold it back up because I'm going to try to, I'm going to try to show you the threads that I'm thinking about on this piece. We're gonna see how we can do this. Hold please. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. And a lot of these are dinky dye silks that I got from like packs. Ooh. So what are you? I don't think I'm going to use you. Go over there. What are you? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use you. Go over there. I'm using you and both of you. Okay. I'm almost there, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. It's happening. And okay. See this mass of threads here? It's because I had like 2 samples of that thread. I think that's Dinky Dye's Matilda. Yeah, it is. I have 2 or 3 samples of it. So I figured it would be, not only do I think it's a gorgeous color, but there's all of this border work to make sure I have enough to do it. I think that will be a good shade. And then some of these it says you need 2 skeins of. I mean, I really don't think I'm going to use that much. This really isn't, as I show you guys the chart. There's so much glare on this. Nobody can read it. If you can stitch from that, dude, you get an award. Let me hold this down lower. I don't think I'm going to go through even a partial skein of any of these doing this. I just don't. It's 112 by 132. I don't see it happening. Don't see it happening. But anyway, these are the colors that I'm thinking. This one I love, this light one dangling, but I may not use it. It's very highly variegated and it may get lost. We'll see. This is Dinky Dye's Hawthorne. This is a full skein. It's like yellows and grays, purpley grays. I just love this thread, and I bought it because I thought it was pretty, and I just really want to use it on something. So anyway, I'm getting started on this today. So there's that. And I have it in the bag that Letitia gave me. Do I? Is that what's in there? Yes. What next, guys? Let me think about what I want to say. I love this mug. It's lived at my office for years, but I never drink coffee out of a mug at my office because I always have my carry mug or I go get like coffee somewhere. So it's so beautiful. I wanted to enjoy it. So this bad boy got brought home. Let's see. What next? What next? Next, we're going to open up my Color and Cotton package, and we're going to see what's in here. And I'm going to snip it with scissors because I'm not strong enough to tear through this plastic without it being pre-snapped. Everybody get excited! This is embarrassing. Hi, my name is Emily, and I'm not strong enough to rip plastic. There we go. Ooh, these are really pretty. These are really springy. Except for this one on the end, this green one. This green one's my jam, y'all. The green one is so my jam. These, very happy springtime colors. We'll see where I can infuse them in something because, gosh, her threads, guys, they are superb. If you're watching this, I can't wait until we start getting into the fall and seeing what your fall releases are going to be. It's going to be awesome. Now we're going to get into, hold on while I channel my inner Olivia. Oh! I hope that was as much fun for you guys as it was for me. Okay, so I placed an order with Stitching Bits and Bobs, and honestly, I am super impressed by how quickly this got to me. I placed the order with Stitching Bits and Bobs because what I needed, it was the only place I could find it. And now you guys are going to be like, well, you can get this here, 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 and here, but whatever. It was the first place I found it. I didn't need it immediately. I just wanted it. I needed to have it in with my kit. Evangeline, that I started earlier this month. Her skin is charted 1/1, and it's charted in these very distinct skin shades and these silks that I had never seen. This is the Splendor Designer Collection Bronze Porcelains by Rainbow Gallery. And they come on a card like this. Pretty cool, huh? So if you have one of the lavender and lace that calls for these, you can get them from Stitching Bits and Bobs. Very neat. Very neat, neat, neat. 12 yards total, 2 yards of each color. 100% silk, made in France. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm trying to look to see how many strands it is. A lot. Looks like it might be 12 stranded, but I'm not going to mess with it that much. So I ordered this, and I thought, well, I'm not going to, you know, pay that much in shipping and that be the only thing that I get. What else she got? I finished off my Seasonal Mountain series because she had the Winter Mountain for a very reasonable price. So grab that. So now I have all 4 of these charts for whenever I wish to start them. I also completely blame Vanna Pfeiffer. Vanna, this is 133% your fault. You showed this in a video. I think somebody gave it to you. And as soon as you showed it, I said, I'm getting that. It was right after I had finished Coffee Quaker. And I was completely obsessed with Quakers. And I was starting the Halloween Quaker. And I needed another Quaker. So I got a Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. How beautiful is that? Now, Vanna has already said on her video, because she started this for Mania, how big it is. It is 320 by 205 in a stitch count. This one was stitched on 28 count. That is crazy. Over 2 with 2 strands of crescent colors is how it was stitched. So this is hella huge. I will not be stitching it on 28 count. Absolutely not. So who knows? I don't think my sister watches my videos, but I'm thinking this may be one I do for my sister. She has a very, very country style home. We're talking like gingham and pictures of her kids and kind of shaker primitive style stuff. And she loves Christmas. Like, loves Christmas. Every year at her house, she has no less than 3 Christmas trees. And she loves it. So, like, if I stitch this for her, who knows, she might even keep it up year round. She loves Christmas so much. But if she put it away, I wouldn't mind. I think she would love it. She would really appreciate that. Love it. So cool. We're not done. I told you guys, I have something in my eyelash. I told you guys that I was really concerned because when I put a piece of fabric with Golden Gate Avenue, that was like pretty much my last piece. It may not have been, but it was close if it wasn't. My last piece of Wexford linen that I had dedicated to a project. So I went on eBay and got a few pieces of Wexford. Just a couple. This is, I think they're all solo dyes from Silk Weaver of Wexford linen, fat quarters. So I'll just show these to you guys. I got this one. I always like to show both sides. I don't know why. I got this one, which is a lighter color that I don't have a lot of ever, but it's good to have. I won't put these back in bags immediately. I got this one. This is another Vanna's Fault purchase. I enjoy blaming you for things, Vanna. Don't take any offense. I would have bought this, probably. If I didn't buy this piece of fabric, I would have bought another one. But this color is your fault. Is that not the most boring piece of Wexford linen you've ever seen? This is flesh tone Wexford because Emily couldn't find solid white or cream. This is like cream. Because I'm gonna dye it. I'm gonna dye it myself. Using Vanna's method. I'm gonna prim the crap out of this piece of linen. It is going to be awesome, like splotchy brown, I think. It's gonna be a while before I get to it, so I'll go through like 5 other ideas as to how I want to dye that between now and then. It's cool. This is not Wexford, this is Belfast, but I bought it because it was pretty and it was with the same seller and I wanted it. It says it's a solo dye, so I'm assuming this is Silk Weaver. This is brown and blue. It's like a blue base with brown splotches. Gosh, that's pretty. So pretty. Of course, I really like this side, the more subtle splotchiness. But that's totes going in my stash. No idea why I just said totes. When you hang out with teenagers, when you caseload at work, your vernacular becomes that of a teenager at times. It's cool, whatever. I love this piece. This is Wexford. This is a solo dye. Yes, no, uh-huh. It's like rust and brown and reddish pink. Oh my gosh, I want to lick this fabric, guys. For all you know, that's what I'm doing on the other side of this. I'm licking this fabric. I'm not licking the fabric, I promise. I might. I might lick the fabric. Oh, it's just, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So pretty. I have no idea what I'm going to put on there, but it will be something special. Oh, I know you guys are tired of hearing me like gush over fabric. There's something on there. Makes me happy. Okay, that's it. Haul-wise. Next. How do I say this? I feel like an asshat. So, Sunday I woke up to realize that Olivia B had posted a video. I got super excited because she doesn't post videos that often. We all know how that is. Like, you've got your favorite floss tubers, and when you get the notification or see that they have a new video up, you're like, when can I sit down and watch this? Like, I need to do this immediately, as quickly as possible. So that's how I am with her videos and a bunch of other floss tubers. So, and I was like, I'm going to watch this on my TV. Like, I'm not going to watch it on my little laptop. We're going big screen, guys. So I got it all hooked up, and then I was like, I'm going to pimp Olivia out. That's what I'm going to do. So I hit play on the video and got it to like a fun picture and was like, you know, took a picture of me with it and put it on Instagram so other people would go and enjoy what I was enjoying, which is Olivia's video. So I posted that and then like snuggled up with my stitching and started watching. I want you to know that girl, and you know, I love you. I love you so much. Did the awesome tag that Jessie Marie started, and she tagged me. And I say I feel like an asshat because I kind of felt like maybe people thought that I was drawing attention to her video because she goes on and on about how much she likes me for what felt like 20 minutes. It wasn't 20 minutes. It felt like a long time. So then I was like, I hope people don't think that I was drawing attention to that because she talks about how much she loves me. I was not. I didn't even know she was doing that. But Olivia, look at the actual camera. Girl, you know I love you. I love you so much. And I am lucky to count you as one of my stitching friends. I think that you are a fantastic person. I feel the same about you as you feel about me. In fact, excuse me, Olivia is one of the reasons that I'm going to the Flosstube retreat in Austin, because she was talking about that she wanted to go, and I was like, well, if you're going, I'm going, because she lives in like California and I live in Georgia, and the logistics of that, of us ever actually getting to meet each other, unless we like go out of our way and make a special trip, it would be hard. So I'm so excited to get to meet her. And she's always been one of those people, super nice from the beginning, that I just felt really connected with. And you guys know what I mean. Like, you just connect with some people. So thank you. You're so sweet. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, she talked about the other girl that she tagged in her... Sorry. Hold, please. So she talked about, and the other girl that you tagged, because you tagged 2 people in the awesome tag, that she was going, once she retired, that she was going to retire and go live with, I think it's hedgerow stitching over in England. Well, that's fine, Olivia. You can do that. I'll allow it, because hedgerow stitching is awesome. And I can totally see you on a cliff like that with your dress billowing behind you. I mean, yeah, you do you, girl. But before then, I sat down with Jimmy Flosstube after your video, and I talked to him. And Olivia and I had had the discussion before as to where she would marry Jimmy Flosstube as well, and he would have 2 wives, so we could be sister wives. So I sat down and talked to Jim about it, and he thinks that it's a really good idea. He is hesitant because he feels like this isn't something that would fulfill any of his needs, He feels like it's all about me and Olivia, and it is. But he's like, well, for your happiness, I'll do what I need to do. So he's willing to do that. So maybe we need to move to Utah? Is that how that works? I don't think it's still not really legal in Utah, but I think that people are more like willing to look away. So maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to work on moving to Utah. We also discussed maybe some type of yurt community for like our cats and dogs and living like that. Don't worry, Jim and I will plan it. We'll let you know what the plan is. So anyway, so she tagged me, and she's awesome, and she's going to be my sister wife. And if I could re-tag her, that's what I would do. But I don't think I can re-tag her. I don't think that's how this works. So, and one thing that Olivia said, and also Kelly, the Evergreen Needle, she actually tagged Olivia. She talked about both of them, how it's a blessing and a burden to get tagged, because it melts your heart, because part of the point of this, in no way think that this is like some kind of popularity thing. It's just all about saying good things about people and building people up and calling out the people that are awesome and why they're awesome. And it's a burden, because you don't want to, number one, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I didn't pick them. I want to pick everybody, and you want to make good choices. And I wish I could tag everybody. So just consider everyone tagged, like Olivia said. But I did narrow it down to 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this because I had a big list, like a long list, and I would like write a name down and cross it off and put another name, and then I would move that name back up to the top, and it was this logistical nightmare of trying to narrow it down to 2 people. So I think I'm there now, and we're gonna go. 2 people. Number 1. Oh, wait. Hold, please. No. I'll go back and insert that previously. Okay. Number 1. We know her as the diva, the goddess of Flosstube. She is my soul sister. I will also meet her for the first time at the Flosstube retreat. And she and I have already discussed that because of our connection, we will probably both burst into tears and cling to each other when we meet for the first time. It's going to happen. Hopefully someone will get a photo. Letitia, the crafty curator. Not only has she been a huge support to me through my stitching, through my father dying, because her father passed away right before mine did. So we went through that together. We went through that grief. We went through those stages of grief. We supported each other. We messaged back and forth constantly. But she's just awesome. I venture to say there are few people that have the level of empathy that Letitia has. She's one of those people that makes me want to be a more empathetic person. It's inspiring. Her stitching is amazing. She doesn't put out videos as much now. She does occasionally, but yeah, Letitia, you really need to get on that, sweetheart. You need to do more videos. And she calls herself the curator because this woman's got stash like no other. One day I would like to see it. The depths of her stash. The cavernous amounts of stash that I'm sure she has. But girl, you're awesome. You are awesome. And I can see that you and I will be friends for the rest of our lives. I think we will. And whether one of us stops stitching or not, we're still going to be friends. So Letitia, you were tagged. Go forth and carry the blessing and the burden of tagging 2 people yourself, which means you have to do a video. Okay. Number 2. This person reached out to me and struck up a conversation with me, which anyone can do. I don't care. I'll talk to anybody via text or messenger or whatnot else. That was for you, Miska Cat. And we've been friends since that initial conversation because she is so awesome. She shares my love for all things dark and creepy and morbid. She shares my love for all of those pieces in stitching, those Halloween pieces. She shares my love for all things like antique. She is the one, the only, Michelle Cozy Egg. Girl, you are awesome. You are. And if you don't know that about yourself, you should. She is such a sweet person. We communicate regularly. She inspires me with her stitching, the things that she does. Girl, the stash you have, I'm so envious of, because she's been stitching for quite some time. And while I had a long hiatus where I wasn't looking at charts, like she was still stitching and collecting things and has all of these holy grails of charts, in her stash. And then she's so nice. She had this blog recently where she says in it that she almost took it out, but she gets tearful. And she's willing to put that out there. It's kind of what I talked about in my last video. It's those people who are willing to be vulnerable on Flosstube, and she is. And I respect that about her so much. And then she's got that awesome creepy haunted dollhouse that she's working on and doing right now, which, girl, you got me pricing dollhouses, and I don't even have a place to put one. Nor am I sure I have the patience to sand and glue together tiny pieces. But I want me a creepy dollhouse. Straight up, I want one. It may win. And I was showing it to Jim, and he's like, where are we going to put that, Emily? Where are we going to put that? Like, I don't know. We will. He's like, no, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but where are we going to put that? We'll see. So, Michelle, my dear, my other soul sister, consider yourself tagged. Go forth and spread the love. Tag someone else. The blessing and the burden is also yours. Like I said, guys, I had a list 1.5 miles long, it felt like. But not only did I want it to be someone that I respected and felt like was awesome, but someone that I really felt I had that kind of connection with that I'd had for some time. So if I didn't mention you, know I love you. No, I still think you're awesome. And it was really, 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 really hard to narrow that down to 2 people. So I'm going to end today 32 and 54, 5, 6 seconds in there. And I'm going to work on some stitching and do some stuff like that. And this means me talking for so long in this segment that there may be... Well, that just decided to stop recording and tell me I had reached my maximum recording time. As I was saying, that means there will probably be 4. Looks like I'm throwing up gang signs. There will probably be 4. I don't know what that's the gang sign for. I'm not. It's been a long time since I took a gang class. But there will be 4 installments of my Stitch Mania vlogs because apparently I can't stop yakking, and that clip was like 33, 34 minutes long. So, we'll see when this one goes up. I'll film some more and bulk it up a bit, and then there will be a fourth one, probably around the beginning of June. But I am actually going to edit some of that together, respond to some comments, get started on some stitching, and hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful May. And don't forget, Letitia and Michelle, you've been tagged. Go forth and do your thing. Spread joy throughout the Flosstube community. Talk to y'all later. I have no urge to stitch today at all. None. And I may not. This is how far I got on the Antique Celtic sampler yesterday. It's been laying here next to me on the couch for a couple of hours now. And I was like, I'll be in the mood to pick it up in a minute. What's going on with my hair? I'm not. I think the reason is because I'm not entirely happy with this. These are silks from Dinky Dyes. And this is stitching much lighter than I thought it would. And sometimes these silks do that. Am I the only one that feels like that happens? Like, I feel like that this should be a nice, dark, rich green. Yeah? Nice, dark, rich green. See it on my shirt? I'm not doing very well. That's the border color on my shirt. Border color. I don't know. I don't want to pick all that out. I don't want to pick all that out. But I'm not sure I like it. I'm looking at it. I think that I need to put this to the side. Maybe I won't work on it tonight. And when my rotation comes back to this, I'll make a decision. I will either pull it all out or I'll keep going. But I'm so unsure about it right now. I don't want to put any more work in it one way or the other. It's annoying. So what I've been doing for the past few hours while I'm not stitching is I've been on eBay. When you don't stitch, you shop. There will be a sizable haul in a coming video. I like searching for I've been in a real antique sampler mode lately. And then I start looking for those and I find one I like. And if I find one I really like, then of course the mindset is, well, let me look at what else this seller has and see if there's anything else I need if I'm going to get this one from them. So that happened. I also think I decided that I really want to finally start the New World by Barbara Anna Designs series. So that may happen too. I have the fabric. I I have a full set of DMC. But I only think I'll do 4 of the 5 of that. I really don't like the 5th one. I know a lot of people don't like the first one, the Halloweeny one. I don't like the nautical one, like with all the under the sea stuff along the bottom. So I might just do the first 4 and make it more of a square piece. It's a thought. Check this out. What are you doing, buddy? You sleeping in Mom's lap? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, sweet fluffiness. Oh, sweet fluffiness. Oh, you like that, don't you? Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, under the chin scritches, close up of Buster's nose. Anyway, I could just go ahead and start what I'm going to start tomorrow. But I really don't want to do that because tomorrow I'm starting a piece with Sarah. And I don't want to start early. I know you guys would rather look at Buster than me. So I don't want to start early. Maybe I'll pull out one of the things that I've already started that I want to put, that is really calling to me, and put in another evening on it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see what I choose. I'll be back later. Bye, guys. So I'm working on this Lizzie Borden piece with a helper. Dharma, what are you doing? Are you helping? Oh, so sweet. Aren't you sweet? Such a sweet girl. Yeah? Tell me about it. So today I started this Lizzie Borden piece by the Primitive Hair with, okay, we're leaving. Lots of hair. With Sarah. That is the piece. And this is how far I've gotten on it so far. And Dharma is rubbing up against the back of it, hence it moving. Needle Minder is for my good buddy Ed. He had sent that to me a while ago. You guys know him as Tattooed Stitcher on Instagram. He's awesome. I'm excited about how this is turning out. This is my first time stitching on Lugana. Get close so you can see how it's an even weave. I'm enjoying it. It's a little bit harder than linen to get your needle through, which I know you guys will probably tell me just to use the smaller needle, but ain't nobody got time for switching out needles. But I think it looks nice. What you think, Dharma? Since you keep moving around on me. Mm-hmm. And that's what she thinks about that. Well, alrighty. So, oh, there's me. Hey, me. Who's a cute girl? Oh. So ever since she went to the vet last Saturday for her vaccine, she had a bit of an allergic reaction. And she had all these bumps come up on her ears. Like you can see where like some of the hair is gone. And then like it's on her head is bumpy, isn't it, baby? Oh, look, I can feel bumps under there. Like an allergic dermatitis reaction that she had to that vaccine. Not a happy kitty. She's been super snuggly though. Did I mess up your hair? Huh? Let's fix that. Is that better? Is that better? Who has the cutest pink nose? Boop. You guys know you all wanted to boop her nose. I did it for you. Let's do it again. Boop. All right. Well, that's it. See you guys with more progress on this later. Say bye, Dharma. You good?
Yep.
Jim's figuring out how to use my phone to film. It's quite the event. I asked him to film really quick because the shirt that I have on today, you can actually see my tattoo. So I was going to turn around and let him film it because I can't film my own back. So can you see it well, Jim?
Oh yeah, I'm moving in, moving out. Make it fly.
I got chills. Is it flapping?
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
Now I want to know the tattoo.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Everybody's laying on Mom. Aren't you? Dharma up here. Buster down there. Whoop, there's Jim Legs. Let's not film that. Scandalous. Dharma's like loving on the phone. So you probably hear nothing but her purring. Okay, calm down, Dharma. Buster's being super chill. Yeah. All right. Night, Buster. Hey guys, it is May, let's see, let me do the math, 29th. It's Monday here in the US. I have today off because it is Memorial Day. And I was thinking because I'm off today, I would edit this together. It was probably long enough and get it out to you guys. So this is where I've gotten on autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain in my 2 days that I had off before this because it's a 3-day weekend. I love this piece so much. I do not want to stop working on it. Oh, I love it. It's fantastic. Now I am doing this, I think it's charted for NPI. I'm doing it with the DMC. It looks like some of these oranges are maybe a little brighter than they look in the picture. But I'm totally okay with that. I'm loving how they're popping on this. My plan is for some of these, I'm going to get some hand-dyed threads to add some interest. I'm going to get a hand-dyed for this yellow. That's why I haven't stitched the owl and the moon right here. I might do the owl, but I'll have to come back in with the moon with a hand-dyed thread. This orange of this big house, the orange or the red of this barn, and maybe these grays right here. just like, like 4 colors, just enough to, the bigger things to add some interest. Everything else, they're small things. I'm just gonna use the DMC. Look at those colors, guys, how they're popping on there. Blows me away. Oh, there's something I wanted to show you guys. Hold please. I'm going into my DMC box over here. Because this fabric so does not show up the color that it really is, I don't think. Here's Buster. This is the DMC. Okay, be nice to your sister. That it matches. So if anyone wants to know what color shale is, it is those 2 colors. Straight up. I love it. I think it's great. Buster's being cranky because we're trying to start eating less, and Buster doesn't like that. Buster's starting to get a little tubby again, according to the vet, and that's not healthy for him. So he's been kind of hangry a lot of the time. He'll be fine. On my screen, Vana. She posted a new video, so that is what I'm going to watch. And as I take this off of the Q-snaps and start a new project. So you guys will not see any of this one because, okay, we're going to get real close here because I need 2 hands. Ugh. Starting this today. So that's exciting. So I'm going to take Autumn and Lazy Bear off the Q-snaps and get this dark brown fabric on. This fabric. And get her started. Pretty excited. It's supposed to be completely off today, but I also have to write some reports. I got to edit this video. I got to go to my office and print reports. I have a volunteer that owes me a report. I may take some extra anxiety medication. Okay, being a little crazy over there. Cutie. So, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if long weekends off are good for me or bad for me because they almost make me want to hermit more. Do you hear the scraping? That's Buster, like, trying to make food appear in his now empty bowl. Dragging it around, licking it. Oh, Buster. Alright, so I'm going to get this edited together. Hopefully I will get this up in the next little bit. There's going to be a part 4 because even though it is the 29th and Mania is almost over, I have decided that mine's going to go into June a little bit, guys. Not far, just a little. Okay, alright. Quit being angry. Vana, on your video you just said that you would take Buster. He's not always a sweetheart. Look at him. Look at him be mad at his sister. Buddy, be nice. So angry. All right. Bye, guys. Happy Mania.